Hello everybody, welcome back, and here's part 9 of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 3. When we left off, we beat the Lost World, and now we've reached the finale, and we're gonna use the finale to finish what's left in the game.
Gotcha. So I haven't seen anything before this, but from what I can see, is it mainly banana birds you got left? Also, hi, I'm Meaty Guy.
Yep, that's pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because actually the majority of these Let's Play commentaries were with Blue Hedgehog Man 17, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, when it comes to the banana birds, I usually like to, I also like to save them for the end as well. Though, I usually like to try to, like, get the non-cave banana birds first. No, at last, I mean. This way, I'm not sure if it actually works like this, but the difficulty always rises in those memory cave game banana birds. And
yeah, actually, the further you get, yes.
Yeah, at the beginning you start at, like, you just gotta memorize 4. Then by the end, I think it's 10. Though, I'm not sure if it actually gets to 9 or 10 if let's say you actually do the cave banana birds first and then you do the other stuff that's not the cave banana birds, just other stuff. I'm wondering about that. I never actually really tried.
So while we're doing this, I also found out that apparently there are some other games that offer bingo cards. Now, I'm saying this because we're actually recording this commentary the same night we recorded the Super Mario 64 bingo race. So the list is pretty much right here. So the games are Ocarina of Time, Super Metroid, Super Mario 64, Pokemon Red/Blue, Donkey Kong 64, Majora's Mask, Symphony of the Night, Super Mario World, and Pokemon Crystal.
Yeah, a lot of the games that lined up that make for good bingo games usually are like the ones that you can, like, divert, like, that are not very linear overall. Like, you can just go wherever you want after a good while. Those are usually the ones that'll wind up having a bingo card. And
so, like, for example, for one of the tasks for like a row of tasks for DK64 bingo would be like a gold minute for each Kong and Angry Aztec, 3 Battle Crown, 3 tiny blueprints, 2 gold bananas for each Kong and Creepy Castle, or 200 bananas in Crystal Caves.
Yeah, because the DK64 you've got a lot of freedom in there, and then just about a lot of randomizers in general too will also make for good bingo overall. That's for sure, depending on what, of course. I think Ocarina of Time rando is one. I could be wrong. I can't remember. I haven't done that much bingo, honestly. But
yeah, I mean, I didn't even know this was a thing for like the longest time.
Yeah, I haven't done much of it, but I can see how it's very popular to do, because anything could happen in a bingo race overall. Like, once you get a bingo card, you gotta assess the card you got right there and then, and just figure out what you want to do, like, quickly. And,
all right. So now you might be wondering, what was I doing for so long in Lakeside Limbo in this video? Well, I'm trying to grind coins because of how much the mirror actually costs here in Bazaar's General Store.
Yeah, it costs 50 bear coins overall.
50 bear coins, yeah, that's a big hefty price.
You usually just wind up getting that mirror at the end of the game as you're just collecting bear coins slowly but surely, and sooner or later you'd have enough. Either that, or you just grind at the beginning or at the end.
Yeah, I mean, like, you could choose to grind them by playing Swanky Sideshow so many times, but then again, the risk you run is actually losing.
Right. Can you actually lose bear coins? I don't think you can lose bear coins.
Well, no. Well, it costs 2 coins to play.
Yeah.
But you get 4 bear coins to win. So basically, you're getting 2 back.
Right. And I believe when you lose, you get one. Okay, so that you wind up.
Yeah, sometimes you get one, sometimes you don't get any.
Oh dang, did not notice that. I think it's pretty rare I lost in those, so I couldn't remember what happened.
Yeah, well, the easiest one to lose is endurance.
Yeah, I could see that. I usually did either the other two. I think
head to head or race to 25.
Yeah, I think head to head was the one I did the most, because I think it usually winds up being the quickest one overall.
Yeah, and race to 25, you just gotta keep hitting them, and that takes and that one it can take about 50 seconds to finish.
Yeah. I still remember playing through this game way back then overall. In my experience with this game at the beginning, when I played this for the first time, World 6 I was stuck in for the longest time. That second stage was such a roadblock.
Confused Cliffs, yeah, that was
one heck.
That can be tough if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, that was one heck of a roadblock, and oh, for some reason I thought it was still doing the memory part, but no, that was you playing. So I thought that was like one of your last banana birds or something, but that was not the case. Had you gotten any of the banana birds before this this part, or are you just doing them all in
it's been a while since I recorded this, so I don't even remember.
Gotcha. Once you get to a certain banana bird, I'll share an interesting thing about it, that I don't think it's the actual way to get it, but it still works sometimes. But I'll mention it once you get there. It's pretty interesting. Of all the games, though, this is still the one I've played the least overall. Though there's a few choice songs in this game that I really, really, really like. Like The Waterfall. I really, really like The Waterfall. And as it implies in my name, Meaty Guy, that's one. At the beginning, the first thing I started doing online was making MIDIs and sending them to this site called VG Music. And I did remake quite a few songs from the DKC games, and Waterfall was one of them. And there's something really interesting about that one. If you view what they call, are you aware of the SPC files?
PC, not really.
That's it's a file that you can using certain methods to like rip music data files off the Super Nintendo games, and then you can play the actual music data from the SNES games with certain programs, and some of these programs actually allow you to like mute certain channels and certain instruments so you can hear others much better. It aids for hearing things in detail when you want to remake them accurately and stuff like that. David Wise and his way of doing music is crazy. I don't know if you've heard certain instruments in certain songs when they start, it's the same instrument, but they go like that. In order to create that effect, every different variation of the effect is a completely different instrument. And when you watch it play in this program, you can see the instruments change super fast, constantly, to create that effect. When I remade the MIDI of The Waterfall, I sort of did the exact same thing to create the same effects. I just kept changing the instruments. I still can't believe I actually did that. In any case, music...
Okay, 9 banana birds. That answers your question.
Yeah, so I don't think you've got 9 in this part, so you probably had like 2 or 3 when this video started.
Yeah, so that means I would have had about 6 or 7 by the time we started.
Something like that. I still can't believe you got to get the DK coins. I never remember the criteria for that flower to appear, by the way.
The flower, it usually appears after you complete Razor Ridge.
Oh, that's how. Okay. I thought it might have been something like that.
I tested it out. I mean, I went back one time, I went back to the overworld before defeating Barbo. it wasn't there. But by the time I did, it was there.
Gotcha. Yeah, that must be the criteria then. I never actually checked. Here's a funny thing though. If you know when you well, I guess we're probably gonna see it actually pretty soon. I think about it, depending on if you got this banana bird or not. Actually, yeah, I'll mention it once we get there. He's got a wrench. Trade a mirror for a wrench. That is such a fair trade. Such a fair trade. That's for sure. But yeah,
and from earlier, I guess Blue Bear isn't really much of a bowler, or he just can't bowl with that heavy of a ball.
Yeah, he does say it's too heavy for him. I could take it off his hands. I'm a bowler, so.
Yeah, I'm a bowler too.
Nice. What's your average?
About 150.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And you play at the like your general kind of bowling, like it's the bigger pins with the balls about the size of like a soccer ball around.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Balls usually range between 6 and 16 pounds.
Gotcha. And here's by the way, here's what I was gonna get at. If you give him back his wrench the first time right away, then the ski lift is free. Otherwise, if you don't and you do it the second time, then he charges you every time you go on there. I found that to be a neat little tidbit.
Never knew that before, so I don't remember even reading that.
Yeah, so, well, by habit, we usually just want to just give him the wrench. I mean, what else are we gonna do with it? But,
yeah. so like when he asks you the first time, can I have it back? Do so, and then you never have to pay.
Yeah. If you say yes the first time, you'd never have to pay. But if you say no the first time, then you go back. He'll have a different dialogue, and then you say yes, but then he'll actually start charging you. It's interesting. Yeah, when it comes to bowling too, I actually bowl. I think what they call the duck pins, I believe. They're smaller pins, and the bowling balls are like roughly a little bigger than a softball, pretty much. And that's what what I've been used to doing on the leagues. And it's actually been a while since I've actually bowled though. Well, a lot of fun though. Oh, here's
anyways.
Here's another interesting thing right here. Oh, you know the code here with the little rocks? Where you have to go in an 8 to actually unlock the gate normally?
That's right, yep.
Yeah, here's a funny thing about that. You can actually literally... It doesn't always work, but you can... Oh, I guess you won't do it right away. You can actually just go left and right towards the rocks. Just on the inside, and sometimes it actually works. I've done it. It's weird.
Yeah, not only that, but you're not required to talk to Baffle to access sewer stuff.
No. If you know how to do it, you could just do it and it'll work. Same thing goes for Lost World. And here's another thing.
Right, you talk to Blunderbear about that.
Yeah, pretty much. I see you're doing this just for completion's sake, basically.
Yes, basically.
Yeah. And another thing that's interesting is, I believe they designed it for the Lost World to be revealed like you need the jet ski to do it, like otherwise you can't.
Yeah, well, but you can do it with the hovercraft.
Yeah, you just have to be very, very you got to be pretty precise and tight in order to do it with the hovercraft. But it's definitely doable. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're up to 8 now. Starting to get tough. I'm good at memory games, but they have to like add one part each time, and then I usually get it all the time. Like for instance.
Yeah, well, remember they get tougher as you go. So.
Yeah. Well, you know those memory games where they always add an extra hit after each round? Like, one, for some reason I'm thinking of, well, Simon Says is a good example, just the game Simon Says. And then there's, what's it called? The Beat Goes On from Mario Party 3, where they keep adding a beat after each round. since they do that, it's like you remember one at a time, and it's not too bad to like manage to hold on to the memory there. Oh, here we go. A X X B Y B B X. I think I would have gotten it. I think.
The ones you can only access with the gyrocopter, those are those ones that get tougher, like tougher as you get further into the game. So
yeah, I do believe though if you literally ignore all the banana birds and then you just do the gyrocopter ones at the very beginning, I do believe they'll actually be easy. It's just an increasing thing.
Yeah, the difficulty, it depends on like which one you go to first.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it took a little while before I realized there were actually letters on those crystals, but I could be actually wrong about that. Yeah, I probably am. Tell me, you must be aware where all the warps are in this game too, in both of the first worlds. I assume so, right?
Yeah, I do have. I remember getting my my old player's guide for this game, and that actually does list where they are.
Yeah, there's one in particular that always astounded me as its position, and it's the first tree level. I forget what it's called.
Hey, you know that discovery you made about how the corresponding buttons for the controller are on these crystals? Wow, that's a neat discovery. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's there. It's pretty cool.
Well, that kind of discovery, it's hidden well.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the kinds of little details, those just subtle details and creations that just make you like, ooh, cool, kind of thing. Nice attention to detail kind of thing. Gotta love that kind of stuff. There's a lot of fans that have done fan projects overall that have amazing attention to detail. It's crazy. There's this comic I read. It's called The Three Little Princesses, and there's all sorts of stuff goes on, but there's this one time where they literally go to this place called Hotel Mario, and the amount of references to all sorts of things in the games and like just fandoms and all sorts of references crammed into this shot. It'd probably take you like 10 minutes to spot all the different references. And this is not an animation. It's just like it's a picture. That's it. There's just that much detail put into that.
Yeah. This is the last banana bird cave.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. Do you vaguely remember that it took you a few tries to do this?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it probably would for me too. Short-term memory is really, really bad for me. Long-term's great. The moment something's burned in, I'll remember it forever, but short-term, not so much. If I get distracted, I could just immediately forget it. And when I mean immediately. Like, someone tells me something and literally like a second later, I'm like, what were we talking about? always happens. And when it comes to memory, well, actually, I'm trying so hard to segue into a randomizer in general. I'd love to see a randomizer for the DKC games. Well, actually, they actually exist, what I'm talking about. At least DKC 1 and 2, but I never got it to work.
Yeah. That's kind of an interesting concept. Like, how can you randomize Donkey Kong Country?
Well, the most you could do is, like, shuffle the levels around and the enemies, like the sprites and stuff like that. That's about it.
That'd be like how you could randomize Super Mario World?
Pretty much, yeah. Though,
I know for like Super Mario World has had numerous ROM hacks.
oh yeah, there's been a lot of ROM hacks way back then. One of the really well-known ones is called Super Demo World: The Legend Continues. It's made by the creator of the program, which is, I think, to this day is still being updated, and it's been like 20 years since the first version of that program. It's pretty wild when you think about it. I think I discovered it near its beginning too, way back then, and it took a long time before I figured out how to actually patch games to be actually able to play the hacks.
Right, and that's the last Banana Bird cave.
All right, so what's the next step? Do you
is release Queen Banana Bird?
Well, it looks like there's something. Oh right, you gotta go to.
Yeah, you gotta visit Wrinkly, and then the Banana Birds will take you up to the sky.
Right, there we go. Have you visited the Banana Bird at all yet, or this is a single visit, doing it all in one go?
Yeah. Well, no, not in this playthrough. I did not.
Gotcha.
Like if you visit before the job's done, then Queen Banana Bird will tell you how many are left.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, but once you know that you have to do it, you can just go there, and that's it. And the crown does it all. You've been crowned, just like in Kirby. I don't know if you've played Kirby Return to Dreamland, but you gotta love how the...
We did that as a race.
Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta love how the beginnings of each of the world names, each first letter, just results in the word crowned.
Yeah.
That's always another cool attention to detail.
Yep.
Yeah, Karoo, you're going down. You know, in DK64, Karoo, I don't know, his personality, it feels like he's a little more insane. I think it's because of this. I think this because of this ending that he got that way. Probably would make sense. And egged. You've been TP'd, but actually egged. And that's all she wrote.
Yeah, actually, well, not until we see a Cranky with a "the end" sign.
Oh yeah, a little attention to detail.
Yeah, like if you keep it on the screen long enough, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I guess I didn't.
Well, guess not. Well, you did that in 2 hours and 55 minutes. Pretty good time.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Well, look what you did.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching this playthrough of the DKC trilogy, and all right. And until next time, when we have more races to come, this is Gold League Gamer 1 and Mig IDP. Later, folks.
Bye, everybody.